Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the Masterpiece Star Saber figure. This is the giveaway figure. I did sell the last of the tickets last night, so awesome. And I've got everything all ready to go. And yesterday I was a little bit more harsh on the figure than I should be, but at the same time, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I know a lot of people really like this figure, and a lot of people really wanted this figure. So I'm not saying that they're wrong or anything. I'm just, for me, this one isn't great. But anyway, so here's the box. So you got the plain black on the background. Nice photo on the front. Standard that. You got all this, like all the stuff that it can do on the back here. And yeah, there you go. There's the box. And of course, it comes with instructions, which I did read. Just because I wanted to make sure I wasn't messing it up, since it's not my figure. I didn't want to break it or anything. And it's got the little collector's card. So, yay. Alright, now let's get into the actual figure. So here he is in his alt mode, and then of course he's got these bits here that just kind of set off to the side because there's no place for it really, or at least I couldn't find any in the instructions, and I can't really figure a good place to stick these, which is a little unfortunate. I mean, give me something, anyway, you know, right? So, and you guys know how I feel about Cybertronian alt modes. So that's not a very good start. It is the fact that this is, you know, clearly Cybertronian alt mode. It's, you know, it's a thing. So it's very accurate to being a thing. A lot of my issues here stem from the fact that, one, I've never watched the Victory series. Is it Victory or I think it was Victory. I never watched the Victory series, so I don't know anything about Star Saber. I also never had the G1 toy, so I have no connection to this whatsoever. I had the Robot Masters toy, and I actually really enjoyed that figure. This one I have a little bit more of a hard time with. So, it's got a gun here that plugs into the back. Just, it's got a plug hole right there. You can just tab that in. Let me see here. You can kind of tab that in. So it's like, I wish they would have left that one, a porthole there open, so you could just, you know, tab something like that in there, just so that there's a place for it to go. It's got this stupid head thing sitting on the top, and I know that's part of the G1 toy, but I don't like this at all. I do not like that. I have a hard time keeping the antennas straight, like the instructions tell me they're supposed to be straight, but they have a tendency of going like that. You could see, like, you know, I barely touch it, and so mine, or this one, ends up like that. So and one kind of cool feature is that the stand here, if I can get this off, I'll show you. This is not going to come off easy, is it? There it goes. Alright, so you got this stand here, so it's got these two pieces here that slide into the shield, just like this, and then this piece here just plugs straight down, and making the cradle for the thing. I know it's supposed to be a spaceship, but I'm going to call it a thing from now on. So this is kind of cool. The only downside is the fact that you have this big piece of the shield that sits off to the side while the shield is being used as a stand. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, here he is in his thingy mode. One thing I realized when I first pulled this out is that it doesn't feel as heavy as I think it should. You know, it's got a little bit of a heft to it. Seems to have a lot more heft to it today than it did yesterday. That's weird. But at the same time, it doesn't feel as solid as other masterpieces of this size. You can flip these down, and here are the landing gear. They're on each side. And then down here, you just flip this open, and these will fold down. And that is his landing gear. And then you can just sit on that. And those are really tiny wheels, and I don't trust it. I don't trust those at all. But yeah, see, they're not holding up. So yeah, there's that. Talk about other things as we go, but let's focus on the little jet before we focus on the big one. So this detaches, much like I'm sure the G1 did. I know the G1 did, but also the Robot Masters one did too. Only much smaller. Come on. Set that off to the side. So here's the little jet. You fold the wings out. And there you go. This I like. I think this is pretty cool. I kind of dig that. I especially like, when you open this up, he's got a little dude that flies it. I don't know their names. Don't ask me. I just know the whole thing is Star Saber. So this guy's got arms that rotate up and down, and the legs can rotate up and down, and that's it. He's really tiny, but he's kind of cool. I dig him. So you can close that back up, and then this has its own landing gear, which function better than the big one. So fold this down, and fold this down. Like so, and there you go. Again, it's a Cybertronian jet. You can definitely tell that it's not really a real jet, but you know, it is what it is. It does kind of look better than Star Saber jet thing. All right, so you pull this piece off to transform it. You just pull this out, set that off to the side. Extend the legs, or split the legs, and then you can extend them down, and then when they go all the way down, you see this kneecap come out. So, which again is pretty cool. I like the little guy for the most part. Fold this up, fold down the feet, like so. Flip the arms up. So, and then this piece here will fold around and come down like that, much like Combiner Wars figure. And he's got the big forearm gap, just like a Combiner Wars figure as well. So that's wonderful. So flip that around, flip the hand, The fingers do articulate a little bit there too. And then the part that I think is pretty cool. It doesn't seem like he's wanting to stand very well. It's these back tail fins are kind of in the way. You see, these are a little bit lower than the actual feet. So that's just kind of poor design there. All right, and then you open the chest up from right here. And then what you do is you take this guy, and there's a little peg back there that this hole in the back of him will fit into. So you just peg that in. I think I got it. And then you close this up, and you see his face comes down, or comes up. And that's pretty cool. I dig that. Alright. This piece here, you can flip this around like this, and plug it into his shoulder. Like that, and that forms like a shield. And then you grab this fake, it's like the same thing, but it's the fake version. And inside the Star Saber, you can save, store these pieces, the swords. So you just open that up and you pull that out. This one's got the bigger one, as you can see. So we'll just set that on to the side for later. All right, and then you take this. Lots of parts forming, as you can see. Plug that in, and then you can open up this hand here, and it's kind of similar to the regular Masterpiece style. It holds fairly well. Close up the fingers, and we're good to go. And you got Star Saber's core body, I guess that's what it would be. In robot mode, and like I said, he does not feel stable. Alright, so let's get this off real quick. Get the sword out of his hand real quick, and we'll do we'll go over articulation here. This thing just alright, head can go side to side a little bit, not much. Probably because of all the mechanisms in there. Arms rotate up and down. They get caught up on the back here a little bit. In and out. Forearm swivel, or bicep swivel. Bends at the elbow. Hollow forearm. Hands can rotate, but it's just, there's so much panel around the hand that it doesn't really want to. Fingers can open and close. Nothing at the waist. Hips can go up, back down, and they have the very slightest outward motion. You can rotate the legs sideways and do it that way if you want. I'm sorry, but that is not a very good place to put a joint like that. I mean, this is a Masterpiece figure. This is a Masterpiece figure, and you don't have an outward leg movement unless you split the thigh the wrong way. I just wow. I don't know about this thing at all. There's like a hinge in here that the more I move it, the less comfortable I feel about moving it. So I'm going to stop moving that. Alright, knee can bend. It's got a soft ratchet back and a hard ratchet forward, which is just bizarre. No ankle tilt or rocker of any sort, and like I said, this thing is a little bit longer than the foot, so he doesn't stand very well. And I know he's not really the main attraction here, but he's the one I like the best, and that is sad. Alright, size comparison wise, now I hear some people telling me that this is not a Masterpiece scaled figure, that it's actually supposed to be scaled for classics, which I have no idea about. So we'll do comparisons with both the classics and Masterpiece. So here he is with a Seeker. So he's bigger than a Seeker, so I think that looks alright. And here he is with Prime. So, you know, he's supposed to be Prime level type guy, so I guess that's correct. I don't know. And then we'll go to MP. Here he is with an MP car. I'm just going to take that. So he's about the same size as an MP car. A hair shorter. And here he is with MP Prime. So he's about half. So yeah, there you go. Alright, and then to get him into super mode, we want to fold the arms back up with their Combiner Wars style. Goes back down. And then what we want to do here is you fold the feet up. You'll tab the feet together, and then this whole assembly will come up like this, and then you can just kind of slide the legs the way it is, where you want to, and keep it like that. And there's nothing here that locks it into place, which I really think that there should be. Something to lock everything into place. I mean, the arms don't lock in, the legs don't lock in. I just wish there was a way that it would just be like, click, done. But there's not. So, speaking of things that don't lock in, I also have a problem keeping these tabs here inside this leg here. I just can't seem to keep these things in there properly. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Yay. Alright, and then to transform this thing, you want to rotate the legs down like that. Like that. Then these will click in, and then you want to rotate these this way, and then like that. So this way, and then like that. Fold the feet out like that. Here's your die cast. So yay, he's got some die cast. I think he could have used a little bit more for a $180 figure. I think more die cast definitely could have been utilized here. Is this die cast too? Maybe that might be die cast too. That's not. The little blasters up here are also die cast, so let's put that back. And there's that. You just pull the arms straight down. Okay, open this piece here up. As you can see, this is incredibly simple, and this might also, that might be stemming from the original G1 design, but I think they could have done a little bit better with engineering some of the parts forming parts. There's some die cast too. All the little gray bits are die cast with the exception of like these antenna. Alright, so you want to fold this up, but not all the way yet. As you can see, there's some other issues going on here. Alright, so what we want to do here, and this doesn't feel right when you're doing it either, just to let you know. You want to push this button here in. This one right here. In, and that pushes this thing out. What we want to do is, it's going to clip in underneath here. Just right there. So. Come on. There we go. And then just push it all the way in. Come on. There we go. Just like tab back together, and then you just kind of sit up there. Then you fold this piece here in, and this piece here in. Just like so. And then you can fold the wings back out. Again, I really wish there was something locking this together, but there's not. More. And then what you want to do here is according to the instruction. I'm following the instructions on this. You fold this up and plug this in over his head, like so. Then you can press this button here and unlock the armature, plug it down. I don't know why you didn't just want to take the head off and put it on, but whatever. Fold the antenna up. These are really tight joints, which scare me to put pressure on those antenna. Exactly why. Okay, at least they stay a little bit straight here. I have a hard time keeping them stable because these feet suck. Oh, that's right. Again, it's like certain parts of the feet are taller than other parts of the feet. And yeah, okay. And then this piece here will fold up and tab into his back, just like so. Alright. And he just... I'm not impressed with him. He looks very plain for a $180 figure. I know he's just staying true to the... I know he's just staying true to the original character design, but I think they could have added a little bit more detail here. You just got so much plain white and so much of the red plastic. This is just red plastic. There's no paint on this. There's no paint on the white. The blue is painted, and it matches the blue plastic. I think this is blue plastic anyway. So they did a good job there, but there's very little paint on this thing. If you really look at it, you got the silver on the face and the blue eyes, the yellow here and here, Autobot logo here and here. That's a separate piece. Blue strips here. These are all separate pieces, so these aren't painted on. These are all separate pieces. Yeah, he's got very little paint for a $180 figure. And see, that's one of those things that's like that I love about Masterpiece is the paint quality is usually so good. And that's why it's like, I love my Voodoo Ratchet, but I might replace him because the Masterpiece Ratchet's painted. All the white's painted on. It's not just white plastic. This is just different colored plastics with very little paint breaking it up. It seems so simple, but I mean, had they painted the white, just give that little bit of extra care. I think that would really have made it pop. If they would, I hate red plastic. I absolutely hate it. You guys know I love a nice, good, crisp red paint on my figures, or at least I hope you do by now. And just having that red plastic just makes it feel cheap. He's doesn't feel too heavy. He's clearly heavier than Prime, but like consistently, he doesn't feel as heavy as he should be. I would say. I mean, I remember Ultra Magnus having huge sections of diecast and stuff like that. Anyway, let's get on with the review. Alright, so you can take the shield piece here and set that off to the side. You don't use that again. And then you take this piece here, it slides in just like that. You got the handle here with the slot there. And so what you want to do, open up the hands. Okay. Take the piece here and you'll just slide it around and you tab it in and grip the fingers around it so that you can kind of hold it. It's not tabbed in at all. The finger friction's the only thing holding that on there. So we'll open up this hand so I can show you better. Okay, flip this out. He's got the tab in the gun. So you tab it in. So let's try that again. You tab that in. Tab that in. Tab it in. There is absolutely zero tab or slot in there for this to tab into. It's to the point of why would they even include the tab? There is nothing to tab this into. You can close the fingers around it, and I'd say it's all right. Let's do the sword, shall we? Let's give him a sword. So what you want to do here is open this piece here up like this, and then you flip the handle down. Okay, this will come up, close that back up, and then you open this section here, and it kind of goes like that, and then you'll take the blade here and you open it up. Now there's a big slot here and a smaller slot there, so you want the big slot, so where this opens up like this, you want the big slot pointed down. So you just take that, plug it in, and then this will tab in kind of close to where it was. You can see it's got a little bit of a gap there, but I think overall the aesthetics And the look of this is really nice. I really like this. So you open up his hand and you tab it in. Yeah. Shall we try it again? One more time? This is a $180 official figure that has absolutely no friction to hold its weapons. None whatsoever. The only thing you can do is take this, fold the fingers around it, and hope that he can hold it up. And as you can see, he can't. Alright. And then he's got one more feature here. You can take this, fold this, open this here. Take this, fold this around. Close this back up. And I have not tried this yet, but apparently you're able to slide this in there. Like that. Oh, that doesn't feel stable at all. To give him a longer handle, but this one doesn't even have the tabs. And I'm not impressed with this $180 figure that's not painted, has no friction to hold his weapons, and no joint tolerances to hold his arm up when it's holding a weapon. I'm not impressed. Alright, let's see. Poseability, his head swivels left and right. You can look up and down, and it's more or less pulling off the figure than it is really looking up and down. Shoulders up and down. You get about that far out. This joint here goes outwards a little bit more, but it does not feel very stable. So you got pin hinge here, which, as you can see on that one, that one doesn't work very well. Very, very soft ratchet here. Same on the other side. It's just hands rotate. There's a little bit of a rocker in there. This finger articulates independently, and then these bottom fingers rotate on their own. Let's see here. Waist rotates just the slightest bit. Ooh, he's got a nab crunch. That's cool. Just a little bit. And he's got a little bit of a rocker there. You can totally see the, it's like the entire top section of the figure is on like one little pen joint down here. So that's not a very reassuring thing. Let's see here. You fold these panels up. That's it. Legs rotate up, back. They go about that far. They go out that far, and of course, there's no ratchet holding them out, so nothing, nothing at all. Oh, this one's got a ratchet out. So this one doesn't have a ratchet, so it's just faulty. Great. Which means I'm probably going to have to send this back. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee, calf swivel, and then the foot has, it's got a little bit of a rocker, as you can see. Does have a good tilt forward, nothing back. And then, just to show this off, because a lot of people gave the Generations Metroplex shit for this, and that was $100 Hasbro figure. This is $180 Takara figure, but not impressed in the slightest. Let's see here. Scale wise, here he is with the Classic Seeker. So let me know if you think this is an appropriate scale for him or not. I hear it's supposed to be combiner size, so I guess this would work for like giant, maybe Hercules. I don't have any of those together at the moment, so I can't really look at those. But let me know if his scale wise, if he's fitting in like he should. And here he is with the MP car and MP Prime. I like his scale. The overall aesthetics seem decent. I wish they would have put a little bit more energy into the paint and painted more of it. I mean, he's got such little paint. I wish they would have designed the ratchets a little bit better. A little bit more thought process going through that. The weapons is just asinine. $180 figure that can't hold its weapons because you can't design a plug for the gun. I mean, seriously, there's no plug there. You can, and I'm just speechless. $180 figure. Look, the weight of the little pistol. Not impressed. So whoever wins this figure, I do apologize. I don't mean to be so hard on something that you're going to win, but I've got to say it. This is why I didn't really want to do this review, because I know there's so many people out there that love Star Saber. And they love this figure, and I get it, I get it, I do. But for me, who has no attachment to Star Saber whatsoever, or the cartoon he comes from, I am not impressed at all. I think this is not a good purchase at all. I can't recommend this to anyone, really. And here's what I'm saying, though. It's like, if you're looking, he's decent if you're looking for just a big bot. If you're looking for just a big bot, he's decent. I think all the true fans of the character would be disappointed with this figure if they really looked at the figure. For me, it's not for me at all. I don't like anything about this thing. The coolest part was the little bot, and he can't even stand up because they couldn't design his legs right. So I don't know. I think they could have done better giving such an iconic character to the fans that voted for him. Because I know a lot of people voted, this was the fans' choice Masterpiece figure. And a lot of people voted to get this figure in. And I really think Takara could have done a little bit better than this. I mean, hell, look at the G2 Sideswipe and the Prime sitting right next to it. I think those things look so much better than he does. They have better detail. They have better design. They have better paint. I mean, look at all this glossy black paint on this Masterpiece figure, who is $100 cheaper. And you can't put any paint on this? Just All right. First score, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I think it has potential, and I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that love it. And I apologize to anybody that do love it and they think I'm an insane person, but this one's not for me. Not for me. I can't look past its grievances to say that it's a good figure. I can't. It's beyond my ability. So we're gonna do the giveaway. So we got Jonathan WD. He bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets. Tim M bought 5 tickets. Corey J bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets. A lot of people bought 5 tickets to this guy. Al W bought 1 ticket. Joseph F bought 3 tickets. Kevin H bought 2 tickets. Todd M bought 1 ticket. Ryan L bought 1 ticket. Raphael O bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets. Eddie R bought 1, 2 tickets. David A bought 1 ticket. Arvin C bought 2 tickets. Daniel M bought 1 ticket. Dan MS bought 1 ticket. KCR bought 1 ticket. Tom W bought 2 tickets. Otto T bought 3 tickets. And he bought the last 3 tickets last night. So, thank you. And I do apologize to everybody that loves the Star Saber figure. I just cannot like it. Yeah, I think for me, I'd prefer to have the Robot Masters. That's the one I had a lot of fun with that figure, but then again, it was a lot cheaper. All right. And the winner of Star Saber is... Oh, I don't have my phone. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let's see here. Where did I put the downloads? Al W. Al W. I think that's the first time he's entered. Alright, Al, you won Star Saber. So hit me up with your shipping details as quickly as you can, and I will get this guy sent out to you right away. So yeah. Again, I do apologize to anybody that loves this figure. I know it's not mine. It's not my cup of tea here. So Al, let me know as soon as you can. I'll get you this guy boxed and shipped out as quickly as possible. And then we've got Hardhead going right now. I'll put the Facebook link down below. And Ramjet will be active here shortly because I hear Ramjet's coming out quickly. But then again, it shows Shockwave, so I might open both. I might try and do 3 at a time again. We'll see. So anyway, there you go. There's Masterpiece Star Saber. He's definitely a plastic figure.